Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into something that sounds kind of niche, right up until you realize just how often a poorly saved web page completely disrupts your day. We're looking at the definitive guide to converting web page URLs to PDF. Basically, the absolute best way to capture the web exactly as you see it.
I mean, we've literally all been there. You hit print to PDF expecting a clean copy of a critical article or a recipe. And what do you actually get? Total chaos. A broken layout, text overlapping a giant cookie banner, and like 5 blank pages at the end with just a tiny URL at the bottom. It's incredibly frustrating, and it completely defeats the purpose of saving it in the first place.
So here is our agenda for today to fix all that. We'll cover the web page saving dilemma, the digital snapshot solution, compare browser print against KhanPDF, walk through a step-by-step URL conversion, and finally see why this is perfect for professionals and students.
All right, jumping right into point number 1, the web page saving dilemma.
So the traditional old way of using your browser's print dialog frequently breaks layouts. Why? Well, because it's trying to force dynamic modern web code into a static, outdated print format. That's exactly why you get cut off content or completely missing images. The ideal way preserves the structure, the formatting, the text, and the images perfectly. It treats the web page exactly how the original designer intended for it to be seen.
Which brings us to our next point, Section 2, the digital snapshot solution.
I want you to think of URL to PDF conversion as taking a perfect high-resolution digital photo snapshot of a web page. Instead of trying to strip the text out and awkwardly reformat it for a piece of paper, a dedicated tool renders the web page in the background exactly as a browser would, and then just freezes it in place. Your original content and formatting remain completely intact.
Let's look at Section 3, Browser Print versus KhanPDF.
Let's actually look at the data and directly compare these two approaches. On the left, we have your standard browser print. The pros? Sure, it's built in and it's free. But the cons are massive. It breaks page layouts, struggles with long pages, and drags in all those unwanted navigation menus and ads. On the right, we have KhanPDF. The pros here are an absolute game changer. It optimizes the formatting perfectly, requires zero manual setup or messing with margins, and works across devices. The only real con? You do need an active internet connection to use it, since all that heavy lifting is happening online.
Moving right along to Section 4, Step-by-Step URL Conversion. It is demystifyingly simple. Honestly, if you're doing this for your very first URL conversion, here is your walkthrough. Just copy the web page link, visit KhanPDF, paste the URL, and hit Generate. The tool handles the rendering, and your perfect document downloads instantly. It really is that fast. Copy, paste, convert, download.
And by using KhanPDF, you completely skip all those annoying software installations and bloated browser extensions that can slow you down or even track your data. You're doing everything rapidly and securely online in just a totally frictionless experience.
Finally, Section 5, perfect for professionals and students.
So, who actually benefits the most from this flawless conversion process? Well, this tool is a lifesaver across so many disciplines. If you're a researcher trying to efficiently archive documentation for a professional project, this guarantees you capture the source exactly as it looked on that day, which, is absolutely critical for citations. And for developers, huge. You can save complex API documentation or technical tutorials for offline access. We all know the sheer pain of needing a specific tutorial only to find it's vanished from the web or your Wi-Fi dropped. Creating a clean PDF copy preserves that knowledge permanently. It's equally amazing for students storing study materials and for freelancers organizing client resources.
The crucial point here is that this workflow is completely seamless. It literally doesn't matter what hardware you are holding. Whether you are sitting at your desktop computer, reading on a tablet, or browsing on your mobile phone on the go, the process remains exactly the same. Copy the link and convert. It's absolutely perfect for prepping your offline reading material right before you hop on a flight.
As our source material perfectly sums up, converting a URL to PDF is one of the easiest ways to save online content for offline access, sharing, printing, or archiving. You honestly never have to settle for a messy, unreadable document ever again.
To wrap up this explainer, I want you to consider your own daily workflow. Think about the tabs you have open right now. What vital piece of web documentation, what fleeting technical tutorial, or what critical research article will you secure with a perfect digital snapshot today before it changes or disappears forever? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and happy archiving.